Flashback.
It was the spring of '09. Life was definitely different now. It seemed that the war was officially over, but I was still vigilant in the back of my mind when I would roam around the city. I was a high school dropout, working at the brand new Walmart. I hated every second of it. Still, I was fairly happy. I had a boyfriend who had just gotten a car. I was tattooing part-time with many teenage clients willing to let me ink them for $40 an hour. The past was finally going where it belonged, in the past, and I had my eyes set on the future. Art was what I knew best, so I dived into it with my partner. He took a piercing course. I found an apprenticeship. We both loved Chicano art. This was going to be amazing. My 10-year plan would have us owning our own shop, with a house on the upper floor and a house in Central America so we could leave the cold whenever we wanted. Damn, life was such a fairy tale for that period of my life. Until reality shattered it all. Everyone I grew up with was now graduating, getting ready for prom, celebrating. Here I was, working the night shift at fucking Walmart. I realized I was fucked if I didn't finish school. I decided to go back no matter what it took. I was not going to be a high school dropout working for a corporation. My mom always told me I was very smart and very ambitious. She also warned me that those two things could betray me if I didn't learn to be humble. Little did I know then how right she was. By the summer of '09, I was a daily pot smoker, hooked to psychedelics in search of something bigger. I was convinced that there had to be more to life than just being a slave of society. I went deep down the rabbit holes. My view of the world had been shattered, realizing this was all a horrible construct to keep us all enslaved, that there's a shadow power behind the curtains, pulling the strings to keep the world in chaos for profit. This new truth was unacceptable to me. I had found universal connection and one love from smoking ganja and eating shrooms, the love of our Mother Earth and the power of the universe. A Christ consciousness was what I had to achieve. My brain had been blown wide open. All I wanted now was to change the fucking world and save it. No way in hell was I going to bring a child into this crazy world. How naive I was. Creator had a different plan. A month after my 18th birthday, I got a call from my doctor. I was indeed pregnant. Oh man, 18 and pregnant. I cried so hard on the floor of my room. I called my boyfriend and cried to him that life was over. We both agreed to keep this baby. We both knew and accepted that he was made with pure love. We both made the decision to move forward, get our shit together, and give this child the best life that we could give, no matter what. I had severe morning sickness. Keeping water down was impossible, let alone food. It was hard and strange times. My dreams were vivid and lucid, some of them real premonitions. Constantly in fear for my baby because of all the crazy shit I had gone through, not knowing it was PTSD. There was still no stability in life. Yet I was determined to give our child a good life. I would fight for this, but his dad was now showing his true colors. He wasn't doing the things he needed to be able to support us as a family. I was scared to raise our child alone. Hormones are a real tester, so was my suppressed trauma. He started pushing buttons in my frustration. I lost my sense of self and I punched him in the face. It shook him and shocked me. An emotional wreck, I apologized, but it was too late. He felt betrayed and his ego and heart had just gotten hurt. We both got over it, eventually. He told me it would all be okay. He had found an answer to our problems. He was gonna grow cannabis. Brilliant. Other than it being illegal at the time, If we kept it small, the cops won't care. Grow, smoke, sell, and invest. It solved our financial struggles for a while. Still, we weren't going to change because we were financially stable. The fights kept happening. Every fight was worse than the last, each time finding it harder to get over. We would find a way to get over it and forgive. The grow room became my safe haven. I couldn't control my own violent bursts. PTSD was not a part of my vocabulary. I blamed it all on the pregnancy and the emotional instability. That grow room saved my baby boy and my own sanity. Crying, cradling, and singing to my tummy, surrounded by beautiful healing plants, feminine energy from Gaia. It's still a place I visit in my mind's eye from time to time. A month before our baby boy was born, someone ratted us out, and the pork chops came and forced us to cut it all down. We were teens with a baby on the way. We were just trying to get ahead. The loss broke us. My little king, the kid chose us as his parents. I had dreamt of his name and that he would be born prematurely. Exactly as I had dreamed, 8 months pregnant, I had a routine checkup. The nurses told me he needed to be induced due to low amniotic fluid. I went back home and told baby daddy the news. Our favorite thing to do was cruise around the city. We did that one last time, had a good dinner, and headed to the hospital. I was in bed by 10 p.m. The doctor came and told us their plan. The induction wouldn't be done until 8 a.m. the next morning.
So just relax and get ready to welcome your baby to the world by tomorrow.
I love how humans think we are all-knowing. By midnight, it was a whole different plan. Baby daddy was passed out on a mattress on the floor, and I was on the phone with one of my best friends.
So, baby should be here by... what the fuck?
The pain was like period cramps, but a million times worse. Next thing I knew, a nurse rushed into my room.
Oh wow, you're having contractions. We need to move you now.
My kid for sure. He didn't need an induction. He wanted to come out by his damn self. They took me to the delivery room, and the next 6 hours were agonizing. The nurses tried to wake up baby daddy, but he wouldn't budge. When they finally got him to wake up, he simply placed his mattress on the floor and passed right out. No help from him whatsoever. I gave no fucks. I just needed to get my baby out into this world, and the contractions were getting stronger by the minute. 6-hour-long labor. By the 3rd hour, there were no more breaks in between contractions. 3 straight hours of complete, agonizing, blinding pain. My mother is my angel sent from above. Without her, I would not have survived this life. She has always been there for me. This woman is the reason why I can put a face on strength and courage. She has never shown us weakness, never left us, even when her heart had been completely shattered and was all alone. I would be dead without her, or a very fucked up human. She taught me what real, unconditional love looks like. She held my hand and helped coach me along with a couple other nurses. No doctors were available because baby was not supposed to be out yet. I let out some blood-shearing screams, waking up baby daddy. The fool in complete shock. 6:37 a.m. My little angel was born. I'm very grateful that he did witness his son being born. Our little bean was 3 pounds, as long as my forearm. I cried as soon as I could see him. Love instantly filled my entire being. It was a cry of love. I cannot describe the feeling. One of the most amazing highs no drug has ever been able to achieve. He was here. We had survived the most vulnerable stages. Unfortunately, he needed to be in an incubator. I only got to hold him for a few minutes. I saw the look in baby daddy's eyes when he held him. It was pure love in his eyes. He was a whole different person. My baby boy has warrior blood, blessed from all his ancestors. The very first day, he was already raising his head up, so curious to see what was going on around him. They told us he would be incubated for 2 weeks. They told us he might not be able to latch onto my breast right away. They told us there might be a problem with his lungs. I didn't get to sleep with my baby. I was allowed a few hours a day to hold and feed him. It was so painful to be separated. My entire body was in mother mode, but we were separated by floors, tubes, and a plastic box. 6 days passed. Baby had once again proved the doctors wrong. He latched on the very first try. He was gaining weight like a champ. His lungs were 100% healthy, and by the 5th day, he was out of the incubator. Tiny, but so fucking fierce, with the heart of gold. We got to take him home the next day. Life wasn't about me anymore. Determined to give him a good life. If I couldn't give him material shit, at least I could be an amazing mom, just like my mom had been for us. I did my very best. It breaks my heart that I lost sight of this a couple years later.